The third cover card for the third Overdress booster is here, along with new surprising V products. So let's begin. But first, cards from the last few days. We start off with Cater Sanctuary with Sorceress support, the first one being a triple rare, Aspiration Magic Kakarone. Grade 2, Tank Power and Skills. Auto when placed on rearguard if your Vanguard is Hexavore or Pentagon or Sorceress. Costs Soul Blast 1, look at top 2 cards of the deck, put them on the top of your deck in any order. Just more stacking, more consistency. Not bad, but also has a second skill where Count Rearguard Guardian. If your Vanguard is Hexavore Sorceress, this card gets plus 2k power and 5k shield. Active on your opponent's turn 2. 12k Beatstick, 10k Interceptor, it's alright. Personally, I don't think this is worth being a triple rare, and I do see other better cards. With the next one being a double rare Revelation Magic Tortoris, which is a grade 1 with 8k power with the skill of auto when placed on rearguard if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, cost Counterblast 1, search your deck for one Hexabulb Sorceress and add it to your hand. A consistent Persona Ride Searcher. This is just an instant 4-off of the deck because that deck desperately needs the Persona Ride to be at full power. Now they just need to make one for Magnolia and any other deck that relies on Persona Ride to get its full ability off. And please do not give it to any archetype. Only restrict it to those that desperately needs the Persona Ride. Now to Stokea with Alchemagic support, our first one being a triple rare in Twin Shadow, grade 2, Tank Power and Skills. Auto when placed on rearguard from hand, search your deck for one order card, reveal it, and then if there's a copy of that order card in your drop zone, keep it to your hand. If not, discard it. A consistent order searcher. Instant 4-up because it's a consistency searcher for your deck's engine. But it also has a second skill where auto rearguard, if you play an order, costs Soul Blast 1, this card gets plus 5k power in the turn, and if you perform Alchemagic, choose one of your other rearguards and put it to your hand. Which is nice because you can always reuse on-place abilities. And you do have a bunch of superior calls with your orders, so in some cases you can actually bounce one of your rearguards back to your hand to clear up one space, and then you can use a resurrection spell to call one card to that new open space. So overall, it's a must-play for Alchemagic. And into Brandgate with an Orphis card, we got triple rare Carnital Draco Deserted, grade 2, Tank Power and Skills. Count rearguard. If your world is Dark Knight plus 2k, Abyssal Dark Knight plus 5k on both players' turns. Because why not? But also has a second skill where auto rearguard at the end of the battle, this card attack costs retire 3 Shadow Army tokens and stand this unit. Yeah, now we got multi-attack in your Carnital deck. It does cost you 3 Shadow Army token, but that's regenerable with Orphis. But now with this card, you will need to be focusing a little more on calling back those Shadow Army tokens, since everything in the deck revolves around them. But overall, it's a very nice addition to Orphis. And now to the presentation stream along with the Tuesday stream. Season 2 of Overdress is finally coming next month. Kaneda Shinobu's ace card is Greedon, kind of fitting since he does act like a mob boss. And Sukawa Haruka's ace card is Gravida Norlinger. And she is the best friend of Mine Mirai, the new Dragon Empire user. And here's a screenshot of Vairina Exspecta, and it looks amazing. Hopefully we get more focus on the card fights this season, because this is where the plot starts thickening. Here's some new lore characters for the new novel series for Cardfight Vanguard. And into the Tuesday stream, we got our Overdress support with our first card being Blaze Monk Tenji, grade 1, 8k power and skills. Auto rearguard. When your rearguard is placed, and if it was an Overdress unit, draw a card, and then if you drew, choose a card from your hand, discard it. Don't bother playing with this one. You got a lot more important cards in your Overdress deck. And then we got a new order, Prayers of Resonating Wishes. Grade 3, it's a normal order, and you play it by counterblasting 1. The skill is choose one of your Vanguards, and then until the turn it gets this ability. Auto Vanguard. When your rearguard is placed, if it has an Overdress ability, draw a card. Then this unit gets plus 5k power. This is okay for the Overdress deck because obviously you're going to be overdressing on top of your Trickstar and then maybe overdress again. And even do another Trickstar overdress, so you can probably get an average of 2 to 3 cards. But honestly, if your deck focuses around overdressing on top of overdressing, I wouldn't really run this card, and you kind of lack room as it is. Because the Great Centaur Vairina Exspecta is a grade 3 with 15k power, and its overdress state requires you to overdress on top of a unit that is already on overdress state. Not a hard condition, but skill is Count Rearguard. This unit gets the original power of all of its original dress. Well, there's Trickstar, and then most likely a grade 2 overdress unit. So that's a total of 15k power. And yes, it's also active on your opponent's turn as well. So that's pretty nice. Already makes this way better than Vairina Valliente. And if you decide to add Vairina Valliente for some reason, that'll be an additional 28k instead. But anyway, to its second skill, Auto Rearguard. When this card attacks a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, if this unit is in overdress state, cost counterblast 1, this card gets plus 15k power and 1 crit into the end of that battle. And at the end of the battle, put all its original dress to your drop zone. Your overdress state ends if you do that. So in many ways, this is essentially your pressure card plus finisher, because one, it has very high power attack with an additional crit, which can make your opponent think about whether they should guard or not if it's early game, and can even pull off the 4 damage pressure point. And during a late game state, you don't really have to use its second ability. You could just stick with its first ability with 28k beat sticks. So yeah, that's pretty strong, and in my opinion better than Valliente. Yes, Valliente can restand when the attack hits, which is basically a total of 2 damage attacks right there. But Valliente also costs you a card, and it's also less power than this. With Valliente's main advantage is that it doesn't lose its original dress. But this one offers a lot more pressure and a bigger attack, which in my opinion is a lot stronger and way more important, because in the long run it does cost a lot more cards. So overall, it's a very good card, and I am definitely going to play this with Elgar. But we're not done yet, we got new products. First off, we got set 4, Chakrabarti Awakening, which of course includes the 5 Nation, and the cover card being another Vairina, Vairina Exspecta. And considering the booster name, and along with this being a new Vairina, is this a Vairina infused with the power of Nirvana? Or is it just light Vairina just so we could have every attribute and eventually get the ultimate Vairina? Or this is the ultimate Vairina maybe. But overall, it's very awesome design. And then here's some more Dragon Empire units for set 4. Yes, you have seen this in the start deck before, or it's similar to the start deck, but her 2 weapons are actually different. So I assume that they're going to be weapon units, and probably how this Dragon Empire style is going to work. Pretty interesting. And then we got V Clan Collection Volume 3 and 4. And yes, what you see right there are reverse units. That being Lugia Reverse, and a card that looks a lot like Chaos Breaker Dragon, but it is not. It's a reverse version of Raging Form Dragon, that being Raging Fall Dragon Reverse, along with Samonine and Grand Azel Scissors. Man, this is exciting. I'm glad to see reverse units again, and I just made a video on that last week. And then we also got Maelstrom Reverse and a What If Himiko Reverse for Volume 3. And then for Volume 4, we got Cecilia Reverse. Kind of awkward considering that we got Maiden of Venus Trap Reverse, but okay. And a remake of Almond finally. These 2 for set 4. Now they still haven't showed us a premium product, but these V products are getting me excited, even though I've been trying to get out of V. And then here's the rest of the product release schedule. The first half we kind of knew about it based on the last presentation. And then V Clan Collections 3 and 4 are being released in January. February we got Lyrical Monasterio 2. And then somewhere around summer we are getting V Clan Collection 5 and 6. I'm still waiting for the premium product with G units. So that's it for this stream. What do you guys think about the new Vairina cards along with the new product reveals? Vairina, since I play Overdress, I'm of course going to get excited, especially because the art is slick. Especially for the set 4 Vairina, which looks awesome as well. For the new V products, I'm excited to see reverse units again. The concept of them were great, but I never expected them to make reverse units in V. But now with this, anything is possible. Especially with the what if scenarios of some reverse units like the new Raging Form Dragon Reverse. Although considering with the reverse theme, I am surprised that they didn't make every new unit for this set be reverse. Because we still got Simone and Grand Azel Scissors, which are not reverse units, but they did take part of the Link Joker War, and we did had Ashley reverse, so I'm surprised they didn't go with that. And then they could have made the new V Clan Collections 5 and 6 be the Purified units. But hey, whatever, I'm just glad to see reverse units back. Hopefully Omega Glendios returns too, because I want to see an instant win in V for some reason. Oh, and I am definitely excited to see Maelstrom reverse because of Maelstrom. But in that, see you all next time.